were supposed to do that last term and we never got there. Okay, good morning everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order. All of council is here along with our CAO Deepak Joshi and our office manager Heather Stanek. Before we start our meeting today, I would like to ask our CAO Deepak Joshi to have a moment of silence for Remembrance Day, both for today, for Aboriginal Remembrance Day, and for Friday, which is Remembrance Day. So Deepak, if you could, please.
Can I ask everyone to stand, please? The First Nations, Inuit, and Métis of Canada have a long, proud tradition of military service to our country. Aboriginal Canadians have been part of our proud military history for over 200 years. Aboriginal Veterans Day, that was established in Manitoba in 1994 and has since spread across the country to other provinces and has been renamed National Aboriginal Veterans Day, recognized annually on November 8th. We remember the Indigenous peoples who were lost while serving our country, and we extend our gratitude and appreciation to all current serving Indigenous members of the Canadian Armed Forces for their continued loyalty and dedication to Canada. It is a day to recognize and acknowledge the many contributions and sacrifices of Indigenous peoples, not only to Canada's war effort, but its peacekeeping reputation. As well, on November 11th, as we should every day, we remember those who volunteered, sacrificed, served, fought, and died for our freedom. We thank you. We salute you as we salute those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. We will never forget. We will remember you. Remembrance Day is a time to remember those who have fallen, reflect on the impact of the armed conflict, and pay respect to the veterans and soldiers for their contributions to protecting peace. Now we will have a 2-minute moment of silence. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Deepak, and members of council. We'll move on our agenda. Number adoption of the agenda, so if I could ask Deepak to please read that.
Resolve the agenda for the meeting be adopted as circulated with the noted additions. Communication for action, this was just received yesterday, Madam Mayor, which is 6.9 North Suffolk School Division, meet and greet.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, Councillor Forbes seconds. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, the next item is the adoption or confirmation of our minutes from October the 18th. So if I could ask Deepak to please read that resolution.
Resolve the minutes of October 18, 2022 regular meeting of council be adopted as presented.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Boulanger, Councillor Sutherland seconds. Any discussion, corrections, additions? Any errors? Hearing and seeing nothing, I will call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. We have no delegations today, and so we will move on to communications for action. And the first one is 6.1, upcoming council events. And under this one, there are a number of events that we kind of talked about previous to the election, but I think we're going to do a resolution to have some of those approved for whoever is going to be attending today.
We don't need a resolution to pass them.
We passed the resolutions already?
So
Okay,
we're
so
just
this is for
confirming.
information then?
We need to know who's attending.
Yes.
Who's attending?
So we're confirming
Okay.
who's going to be attending.
Okay.
So, Madam Mayor,
Yep, go ahead.
the events that were identified was, the first one was the 3rd annual council boot camp with George Cuff on November 14th and 15th at the Southwest Wellness Lodge, or the Southeast, sorry, Wellness Lodge in West St. Paul. And we did register for 2 individuals, so what we're looking for is, this is for council members. So we have to send 2 council members, so we're looking for 2 council members to attend.
And that's the 14th and the 15th, correct?
Correct, Madam Mayor.
Which CAOs were two open?
Actually, from 4 years ago, I don't recall. I just remember one year it was, I think it was at the,
Golf club there?
no, at the marina. No, the marina one year, and it was very, very crowded in there. So go ahead, Councillor Strang.
If I may suggest that we check and see if there is a waiting list and to give up our 2 spots since we have the same council re-elected back in and to give up our
Good idea.
spaces.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I mean, you know, if we can't get rid of them, it is a cost and we probably wouldn't get refunded, but hopefully they have a waiting list with the elections not that long ago. Probably there are some municipalities that didn't register or maybe registered 2 and now there's 4 that want to go, so there could be something in that respect that there's people on a waiting list. So go ahead, Councillor Sutherland.
So is it compulsory that somebody on the council has to go, like we?
No, it's not compulsory, and I guess, you know, it's up to each individual if you want to go, but, I mean, I think all of us have been through it at least once. I know, I think I've been twice, and, yeah, I was going to pass this time as were a number of others, so, you know, so perhaps we can get rid of those seats.
Hopefully, so we're not stuck with that
That's right.
$650.
Right. Right, yeah. Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Is there any way we could find out by the end of the day so we do know that if they were given, like that there is a waiting list that they have been given up, and otherwise we will find someone from his council here to go. And I believe the CAOs are.
Yes, the
they're
CAOs
attending
have been
also.
going to, I have seen CAOs at that event, yes.
Okay,
Not to put you
so
on the spot.
I don't have a problem attending if that's what council wishes. It does take away from my CIO duties. But I will attend, make sure that we're covered if we can't get rid of them. We will still need 1 more member of council to attend with us.
But you'd sooner not go.
I've
Really?
had a considerable amount of George Cup training, even
Right.
at Beth School.
So as you said, it's gonna take away from your other duties, so. I think it's-
So, but my point is, if we can't get rid of those two, then
I
I'll
know,
go.
but
Yeah, and I
If
think
we
we
can't
should,
get council.
yeah, if maybe we should just leave it that way. If we can't give up the seats to some other municipality, DPAC will at least take one, and then we might be on the hook for one. Councilor Boulanger, you were gonna comment? or-
I was just gonna concur with Mr. CAO, he's got much bigger fish to fry than to go to a conference with Bob
Yeah.
or Mr. Cook.
Okay, so we'll leave that one at that for now, and Heather, I know that you're going to be in here all day, but maybe one of the girls or one of the staff can check with West St. Paul to see if they can have a waiting list.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so the next one,
Is the annual fundraiser gala by the Red River Basin Commission, and it's the 7th annual one, and it's at the Morris Multiplex on November the 17th.
You got a time on that?
Yes, we do.
yeah, it should be on
The November 17th, and it starts at 5 p.m.
there. Doors open at 5, and then dinner, I think, is at 6 or something like that. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Councilor Strang.
I will be attending, but
Okay.
I will not be requiring the municipality to buy me a ticket.
Oh, okay, okay,
It'll be the last.
the last one. Okay, I guess what DPAC is looking for is who is wanting to attend so that we can order some tickets. Go ahead, Councilor Boulanger.
I wouldn't mind attending.
Okay. Anyone else?
Myself.
Glenn? Anyone
I'll
else?
be going, but no ticket.
Right, yeah. Anybody else?
I'm not sure. That doesn't help.
Well, I guess I would like to attend. I'm not so sure that I want to drive, so maybe I can hook a ride with yourself, Rob, if you don't
You
mind.
came with me last time, yeah,
Yes.
no problem.
Yeah, yeah. I know when Ken was on council, I traveled quite a few times with him. And Dave, if you do decide to go,
You just come with us.
come with us, or we could all go together, or whatever the case may be, so.
Mr. Administrator, any interest?
Deepak, any interest for yourself to attend?
Sure.
Did somebody
This
say
will be the
something?
last one for
It's,
the.
the doors open at 5, and I guess supper probably is at 6.
It's in your area. It's in the city.
No, it's
No,
not, it's
Morris.
in Morris.
Morris.
Yeah, that's where we always
Well, it's
kind of run
closer
into
than-
a bit of,
I kind of like Dave, I don't know.
well, I don't know.
Let us know and we'll order the tickets.
Yeah, like it's still a week and a half away, but if you could let Heather know in the next couple of days, that would be good, and then we can figure it out.
Okay, the next one, Madam Mayor, is the AMM Fall Convention being held at the RBC Center in Winnipeg. And we did book some rooms, 2 as I recall.
2, I believe, yeah.
I think we booked 2 rooms available, and if more are needed, we certainly do it. We just want to get some that were close by, just in time. And the convention is being held on the 21st to the 23rd for 3 days. And it should be noted that there hasn't been a lot of detail as to the content of the convention, but it is the AMM convention, usually council attends.
Yeah.
So can I consider all of council attending this?
I can't attend, I'll be away.
Okay, you're gonna be away, okay. Anybody else not attending?
I'm
That's-
not sure if I'm gonna attend or not, again. I'm not sure. We'd have something.
I'm gonna attend, I don't know if all days, but yeah.
You'll attend, okay, yeah, and I'm going to
Do you have
attend.
to attend all the days?
Not necessarily, you
No.
attend what you can.
Okay, no, that's different than I'll do.
Well, the
We'll
thing of
register
it is,
all
they don't
council.
really have much of an agenda that I could find yet, so it makes it a little bit difficult to kind of choose what you want to do, like
Yeah.
if they have breakout sessions and things like that, so, I guess as soon as we have a little bit more detailed agenda, Deepak can shoot it off to everybody so that we can all decide. I will be attending, and I will tell you that I would like council to approve that I stay in the city, because I can't be maneuvering back and forth too much these days, so.
Myself as well.
And so that's 2 rooms. Is there additional rooms we need beyond that?
I plan on attending, but I'll be going back and forth.
Myself also will be going back and forth.
Okay.
Same with me, wherever day I go.
Okay, so we have the 2 rooms. That's all we have to worry about. I'll be attending that conference as well.
We need a room.
Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Once
Can
I
I also
look away
ask-
from all the conferences I'll go to.
Can I also ask to also purchase an extra gala ticket for that evening?
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Thank you.
So the next is the Manitoba Watersheds Conference being held at the Canada Inspo Park on December 5th to the 7th, 2022. And so since we are now part of the watershed district, I recommend that at least we have some council representation to this conference.
And I will be doing the appointments, not today, for all the committees that we have, but they will be done next week. But whoever wants to go, whether you're on that committee or not, I think, because this is the first conference that they're having under the new format, I think it would be fine for whoever wanted to attend.
As well, Madam Mayor, if you recall, in the Watersheds District, there is a governing body that we're going to be part of, but there's also subcommittees, so there's a likelihood that almost all council members will be on one committee or another on that.
All of council?
Just about,
I
I think,
think there's 5 out of 7,
5 out of 7.
if I remember right.
So who's interested in going? Councillor Spicer, you had a question, or you're
No,
going?
I'm planning on going, but once again, this is another one, when you look at the agenda, it's like 3/4 of it is to be announced.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, not a lot of
it's
detail
not
yet.
Wonderful.
Councillor Bazarowicz, you're going. Anyone else?
Oh, try it.
Okay. Okay, anybody else? This used to be like the Cooks Creek Conservation District, and Dave, I don't know if you've ever been to those conferences, like I know we used to go to Brandon at one time for this one.
Once, yeah.
Yeah,
I was on that committee when Glenn was too,
okay,
but I don't know. I won't say anymore. I just
okay.
wasn't, well, I don't know.
Okay, so this is at the Canada in Polo Park, and December 5th to the 7th, so we have 3 members of council that are gonna, 2 for sure are going, 1 possibly, in and out maybe. So, I don't even know what kind of days those are, December the 5th to the 7th.
Monday.
Tickets for that?
Monday,
Did you show up or what?
Monday, Wednesday.
Well, you should register ahead of time. You don't really need tickets, but I'm sure that, they'll have name tags and all those
Yeah,
sorts of things, and I don't know. There's probably some sort of registration, and, but if you decide that you do want to go, just let the office know, and they can register you or have you registered, so.
Maybe when we see more information.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, see, that makes it a little bit difficult if we don't have a lot of the information, or it's very vague on their, on the program at this point in time, whether you really, if there's anything of interest to members of council, so we'll have to see.
That's 3 days of what? 2, 5,
Yes.
6, and 7.
2.5-ish.
Yeah, but
Okay, so we got 2 going for sure, 1 maybe, 3 maybes, so Heather, when would you like members of council to let you know what they've decided to do?
Let me just see
Once we see the agenda, I would probably go for one.
Depending on what's going on,
Yeah,
yeah,
go
see,
for that.
that's the unfortunate part when we don't have a lot of information. I don't know, I might, depending on what's on the agenda too, but there again, I mean, it's at the Canada Inn, which is pretty easy to get to, and it's not that far of a walk from the door to the conference room, so
November
I couldn't-
15th is early bird
Yeah.
ends, and then regular price starts on November 30th.
when is the early bird, sorry Heather, I missed.
Early bird ends November 15th.
Okay, so if we could let Heather know in the next week, well, at the next meeting maybe, or just before the next meeting.
How much are the tickets? Hundred and something?
Do you have the registration cost there, Heather, or no?
So even if you would go for one day, you're still paying the full. Okay.
Well, sometimes you could, on some of the conferences, you used to be able to just pay for, if you were going for one day, just pay for that day, but I don't know how they've set some of these things up now.
So say if Rob said he was gonna go for one day, and then Dave could go for one, and then I could go for one, or
Well,
something like that? or-
I was gonna say something like that, like often if it's, we get a broad perspective of everybody getting to see something and we don't have to spend the 3 days, right? We could just split it up with whoever, yeah, like that.
And you're all the same name for the same.
That's right, yeah.
And then you can feel free to speak out whatever you want to say.
So your names are off that day.
My brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
So
Do you have-
185
185?
is the early bird.
Okay. Deepak, can you open the agenda like I can? Am I?
Yeah, you gotta go to the website. This one.
This is just a
Oh,
document, so.
okay.
can't-
And then the
go-
standard tickets go up to 250
250?
after that, yeah.
I think I'll pass.
If, Deepak, they have their agenda up on the website now, it's preliminary though.
Yeah, there's a lot to be announced on it,
Yeah.
unless it changed from yesterday.
No,
Oh, you
there's,
looked at it yesterday?
there's a lot of to be announced.
I think we're gonna find it with a lot of groups, with everything getting back to in-person conferences and.
I think we do a frugal thing is get one and then we can pass off to just, one does one day, one does another day, that way we don't have to buy 3 or 2.
Yeah, when on the ticket, could you put all tickets on there when you register?
You don't have to say anything, just if you're gonna get one, just get one and then,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, these two guys are going for sure for the 3 days, so it would only be you and me and Dave maybe.
Well, the deadline has been extended to November the 16th, so
That's fine.
Because the
banquet
agenda-
tickets are $50. Member tickets, early bird is $185, and otherwise, they go to $250.
So why don't we purchase 3 early birds and Scott and Glenn will go for the 3 days and then whoever else wants to go, we'll figure it out who's going what day for the 3rd ticket.
Sure. And we'll also buy, how many would you like as banquet tickets?
Not really, I'm traveling back and forth.
Okay.
Two banquet tickets, anyone?
No, if I go, I would do a banquet ticket, but I'll have to let you know. I kind of am wearing myself a little thin here, so.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that. So the next one is it's a electronic event, anti-racism. So it's the Anti-Racism Leadership and Council Training, and it's a virtual event held between December 6th to the 8th, or January 17th to the 19th. It's a workshop, so we did identify, we would have sent somebody, but we have to think they know specifically.
Go ahead, Councilor Purvis.
All those courses that we took before, do we have to take them all again this term again?
Yes, that's on the agenda, yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Councilor Spicer.
To be frugal, What's stopping us from doing this in the office and buying one?
We can certainly do that again. I can make it available, we can have
Because
it
it is
online.
pricey, it's $250.
Mhm. Okay, so I'll register for one, and then we'll make it available on those days in the council chamber for any council members that wish to attend. And you can come and go as the events.
Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
The only thing I have to say is that the 2 dates that they give us, we already have workshops on both those days if people are attending. The January one is the Red River Basin, and
Right.
the other one is the watershed.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the challenge we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they may find that a
I
lot
forgot
of,
about the watershed one, I knew the second one was, you're right.
yeah, so they might find that a lot of people, like it seems like everything's piling on right now, they were waiting after election
Yeah.
time and they're,
We could always miss this one if necessary, I don't think it's a mandatory course.
I would do that.
I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we do have to do our other conflict of interest and kind of ties in, so I'm fine with passing on this one. Because we do have other events planned for those 2 time slots anyways, so.
So speaking of the next event for that time slot, which is the annual Red River Basin Commission, the summit conference being held at the Fort Garry Hotel from the 17th to the 19th of January of next year.
Okay, who will be attending that one? I will be. Sandra will be. Glenn,
Yeah, probably.
Rob,
Question?
yes.
We're already starting to book into January, so can we start ordering?
I'm sure that the staff has looked after that. If not, they will be doing it in the very near future.
Room for this?
Date timers
Oh,
for next
yeah.
year.
You bet.
So we got 4 on it?
Foregoing, I might go to this one too. just
Yeah.
because.
Anybody else? Dave?
No.
No, okay.
Okay,
Heather,
Thank you.
Heather, are you managing to catch everybody's names as we're going here?
This, well, I was gonna talk to you guys, this one is who's going.
David won't be going this month.
Councillor Belanger, Councillor Strang, Mayor Feeblecorn, Councillor Vassarowicz so far, and we haven't heard from Councillor Orbis or
And the only one that I got really, really messed up on was the watersheds.
the watersheds. We are ordering 2 full tickets and a third that will probably be shared.
Okay.
And we are ordering minimum of 2 gala draws or gala tickets, and maybe possibly a third if the mayor decides to attend as well.
Perfect.
On which one?
The watershed.
Yes,
For the gala.
yes.
So 2 full and somebody will share one of the 2
Yeah.
fulls, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Councillor Spicer.
Sorry to complicate things. I was thinking of going to Red River Basin, but now that 4 are going, I don't need to go. So I won't. So can you register me for the anti-racism one instead?
Sure. So we'll do the anti-racism for one, and
And that one you want the January?
January,
January.
Councillor Spicer, even though 4 are going to the Red River Basin, if you are interested in that, I would suggest feel free to attend too. I mean, there are some councils that everybody goes, and we're being pretty good here that not everybody is going to everything, so.
Well, I'm good. My issue is parking, and I just don't want to. I picture myself walking from the Forks to the Fort Garry
Minus 30.
minus 30, and I'm good with no.
Okay.
we'll think of you while we're doing it.
Okay, so I think that was all of the ones under the upcoming events, 6.1 on our agenda, or am I missing one there yet?
No, you're good.
no, that's it.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to 6.2, and that's the Friends of Old St. Jude's.
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead, Council Boulanger.
can I make a comment on this one?
Sure.
It just seems like we don't have resolve or any kind of resolution on things that the Friends of Old St. Jude's were supposed to do, and yet they're calling for an AGM. It's almost like they don't even acknowledge that there were things that they were supposed to do. And I just find it a little frustrating that to them it's status quo, and well, personally to me it's not, and I think for this municipality, we should simply say to them, answer and just say, until we have a sit down and discuss the ongoing future, and we clearly get information as to what they were supposed to adhere to and have not, I think we should respond and simply just say that until we have a complete sit down in one room and discuss how we move forward and bring up the past, the things that they were supposed to do and didn't do. I mean, that's where I think we should be with this.
Well, and I guess they are trying to move forward, and I don't know how much headway our CAO has had with them.
They're trying to move forward, but they have not acknowledged the past. They have not acknowledged what they were asked to do. It's almost like, let's not make eye contact with it, let's just keep moving forward and snub what the municipalities asked for them to do. And as I indicated in the past, an email that was sent by somebody regarding what they were tasked to do is quite clearly laid out nicely.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I think that there's probably a bit of discussion that we can have in camera on that.
Sure.
And perhaps our CAO can update us a little bit on where he is at with trying to have a sit down with them. Because I know I have been asked a couple of times, you know, when are we going to get together? So maybe we'll just,
So, might I suggest, Madam Mayor, that we delay the decision on this to the November 15th council meeting, and then we can have a discussion on it in camera, and then if any tasks are given to myself, I can make sure those are resolved for the next council meeting.
sure. That will work.
So,
If I may.
so-
I just want to make sure I'm not the only one with that thought process. Does anybody else, like, am I the only one thinking that we're kind of moving ahead without resolving the past? Like, how do you move ahead with a clear slate to make sure that we do things the right way and with direction from the RM if we don't resolve what was asked in the past? I'm just wondering, like, am I the only one thinking that way?
I don't think you're the only one thinking that way, but I think there's lots of moving parts, for lack of a better word, and I think once we have a bit of discussion in camera, maybe it'll be a little clearer for all of us.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
I think we kind of like have to hear what they have to say first. You know what I mean? Because I think that's part of it, like to listen to them first and then give them some,
That's what I've been asking for,
yeah.
Yeah, and I think Deepak has had some, and I know I've had some conversations. I mean, I bumped into somebody in the grocery store who, you know, was asking me about it. So I think once we have the discussion, we'll be able to decide where we're
Yeah,
going with
okay.
it. Okay, the next one, 6.3, is the Old St. Peter's Church, their Carol and Advent evening. And I know this came to me, and I have been reading a number of years at this event. And I know, I believe Councillor Boulanger has also read at this event on occasion. I'm not exactly sure when. But I thought I would throw it out there. I don't know if they have enough readers, but even if somebody wanted to attend, it is quite nice in the old church with the wood stove going, and it's, you know, nice carols, and there's different community choirs that sing, so it's actually quite a nice event. I've always enjoyed it, so. Go ahead, Councillor Sutherland.
Wendy already called me. I'm
Okay.
reading.
You're reading, I'm reading.
No, nothing yet?
Nothing, okay. Actually, I got an email from Wendy, so,
Okay.
yeah, so. And I mean, if somebody has an interest in reading, just, let her know, and if she still needs readers, because I think she said in the letter, I think it was 9 readers per day,
Yes.
so. Okay, so we'll just leave that one, that's in the municipalities, so if anybody does want to attend, feel free to attend if you're, whether you're reading or not. And 6.4.
This is the Selkirk Interlake Eastman's annual Christmas banquet, and cocktails at 5:30, dinner at 6:30 on November the 19th at the Stonewall Quarry Park Heritage Arts Center in Stonewall, Manitoba.
Any interest of anybody to go? This did come to me again, and I cannot go that day. I know that already, so.
Is there a charge to this?
Yes, I'm just trying to see it here. I guess the whole thing isn't on here.
Isn't this a party thing, like a provincial or
I
a
was gonna say,
government
that's
party?
what it looks like.
I
more
think it
of a-
is, yeah. I got an email too for this, yeah. So probably like a fundraiser thing,
It probably is.
so that we wouldn't be supporting any party that would do this.
Not normally.
Yeah, kind of a gray area.
I'm just gonna see if I can find the email that has the cost.
Blue and orange area.
So it was
Well, that should be by cards.
$107.
Yeah,
I thought it was a little pricey actually when I saw it, so.
Yeah, I don't have my phone on me.
What do you get to charge? Wouldn't it be like you pay your income tax?
Madam Chair, I'm gonna agree with Councillor Borges and say this is a gray area, and if anybody wants to go on their own.
And I will not disagree with that because I kind of felt the same way.
Did Jim send you this?
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
Yeah.
I spoke with him yesterday at his house.
Oh, okay.
He mentioned about that.
Yeah, actually, it was a kind of a congratulatory note for all of us, and this was part and parcel of it, so.
Yeah, I had a good visit with him yesterday.
Who's that?
So the tickets are $125.
Jim Stinson.
Okay, so we'll just pass on that one then. If anybody does want to attend, you're on your own. And the next one we have is the Royal Canadian Legion in Selkirk for the Remembrance Day service. I will be there to lay a wreath. And if anybody else is interested to attend, I actually have to get a hold of the representative and let her know that I'm going to be there. I kind of forgot about that till this morning, so. And if anybody else is wanting to attend, that's not a problem. It's in the arena, back to the Selkirk Rec Center, so there's lots of room for everybody, so. And I know the last time they had it, because of course they haven't had it for a couple of years, it was very well attended, so. Councillor Corbis, did you want to speak about the other one in Grand Marais, or?
Yeah, it's at 10:30, and when we were just here, I just got a call. So we want somebody to come to attend that.
Okay, there is also, Dave just got the call yesterday and another one today that there is a, I guess a laying of the wreaths in Grand Marais, so I won't be going to Grand Marais. I've already committed to go to Selkirk, so someone who is attending Grand Marais can give them my regrets, but I think Councillor Borges is going to go to the one in Grand Marais, and if anybody else is interested, feel free to go. And that's on the 11th, which is Friday at 10:30 at
Yeah, they will.
GMCC.
Be there by 10:30, because there's a veteran there, he's 90 years old, so they'll be honoring him, so they're looking for somebody else to come to their wreath.
Okay.
I used to go to the rec center. I used to go to the Moses room when my grandmother was, I was attend there, but she's not in that anymore with the cadets, so I'll probably, before that, I used to go to the rec center all the time.
Okay, so like I say, feel free to attend either one, whoever is interested. I will be going to Selkirk, so. Okay,
The next is the
6.6.
Selkirk Biz,
no,
or
6.6
6.6,
arm.
sorry. So the ARM, which is at the ARM in McDonald, we are meeting on December the 1st. And this one, they are also inviting spouses and staff.
And it's in Domain, Manitoba.
Yes.
So it's quite the hike, but whoever wants to attend, that would be fine. I would like to attend. I'll see how I make out by then.
And
So
what's the date on that again?
December the 1st. Come on, you're on that committee.
I will
Yeah,
attend.
I know.
So we have Councillor Basarowicz,
No, I think you want.
You won't be going?
Councillor Sutherland, Councillor Strang, Councillor Orbis, Mayor Feeblecorn. Anyone else?
Anybody gonna bring their significant other? Maybe. Just let Heather know if you're gonna bring your spouse.
This is an opportunity to meet the Council of Arm McDonald,
Yeah, the
which
new
is basically
council.
changed.
Yeah,
Everything,
yeah.
mayor and everything changed?
No,
Just the mayor.
There's the
mayor, no, one other councillor too, and Brad was acclaimed, but the rest of them are gone. So,
All the council.
except one. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Okay, so that is that one. We will move on to the invitation. Oh, sorry, Heather.
But, oh, we have to pass the resolution.
Oh, for this one?
Do you know, because we're all on that committee, actually.
Yeah, but it's out of
just we don't have
town.
two
But it's
board
out
members.
of town.
So it was all Mayor Feeblecorn and Councillors Orbis, Strang, Sutherland, and Mayor Feeblecorn be authorized to attend the Association of Rural Municipalities Christmas dinner at Domain, Manitoba on December 1st, 2022.
And you're more than welcome to join us if you would like, Deepak.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and I'll take a look at my schedule.
Okay.
Goodies?
Okay, the motion was read. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz, Councillor Strang seconds. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, call the question. All those in favor, opposed, carried. Okay, so we are down to number 6.7, Selkirk Biz, and that is the annual Santa Parade of Lights. I'm glad they're bringing it back.
And I'm assuming Madam Mayor will also be having one for the Grand Marais. They have continued to have their parade as well, even during COVID. So I'm anticipating we'll probably get that request, we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So the reason I bring that up is that we're gonna need probably vehicles on both now to participate. In the past, we've only had the one that we've had to worry about.
Well, no,
No,
we used to be on Selkirk also.
they're on different days.
Different days.
Oh, different days, yeah, but we participated in both.
Okay, so I thought there were two different vehicles for each one.
No, because
No.
the Selkirk one is December the 2nd, which is Friday, and it's always in the evening. And Grand Marais has typically been the second Saturday in December, which is our Christmas party that day. Like our municipal Christmas party is that day.
It always works out like that.
Yeah, so unless they change, I don't know when they're planning on having it. I'm sure they will have it, so hopefully we'll get something sooner rather than later.
somebody will have to get a bunch of candies too, right?
Yeah, usually Heather looks after that for us, so.
Usually it's the same decorations.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I know I was reading some of the information on the Selkirk, and it's no different than the summer parade. You can't throw the candy, you have to actually hand it out, so, and it's gonna be a little different with, you know, depending on what the weather is like. It could be a lot of people, it could be not very many people, so. But that one in Selkirk is the 2nd of December. Go ahead, Councillor Strang.
Can we maybe put some money aside and invest in a new blow-up or some new, because we've had that for quite many years? Maybe?
We should be able to.
Some freshen up our decorations,
Yeah.
let's put it.
Yeah.
For the truck.
Likely
Yeah,
they
yeah.
coming up out of the thing
You
here.
don't like that raccoon?
No, it's like, just we've had it for a while, it's been the
Yeah,
same
we've
one
had it
for,
for quite a few
Yeah.
years, yeah.
just
Yeah.
to,
I think that can be within the CAO spending authority, so I'll take it.
thank you.
He's not there, I'm not driving.
Maybe we'll have a raccoon and something else.
The Grinch. Okay, so we'll figure that out. We will go into the Selkirk parade, so Heather, if you could fill that form out. I guess there is a form that we need to fill out.
I have a resolution.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so
For
we
the
should
entry
do,
and everything, yeah.
thank you, we should do the resolution.
Okay, so resolve Mayor Feeble-Corn and council be authorized to attend the 2022 Santa Parade of Lights, City of Selkirk on Friday, December 2nd, 2022. And further be it resolved, administration be authorized to submit the $50 parade entry fee.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Spicer, Councillor Strang, seconds, discussion. Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. And the next one is Holiday Alley, and I think I forwarded this maybe to Deepak to put on the agenda. I know in the past I've participated in some of the things, but I thought I would throw this out. There's not a lot of information, but there is some information here, and it tells you where to go to get more information. So I just threw it out there for council's information, and I said to Deepak the other day, there's a lot of emails that I get, and I'm not sure who else on council gets them, like whether you subscribe to that particular entity to get their emails and that. So I think we kind of have to look at if one of us gets something to forward it on so that everybody is aware. And that's kind of the reason I forwarded this one.
And so this one is tickets with a donation base. So there's not a set price on the
No,
tickets, so
no.
we're just asking for a donation and then identifying the tickets with a concert occurring.
Have we donated before?
Not to the, this is the first time that I ever remember them having a concert, and I guess it's to do with Elder Ruth. And I ordered my tickets already, and I hadn't planned on asking for reimbursement. I was just going because I wanted to go.
And so Ruth Christie was one of the elders we had chosen to speak at one of the art events when we were hosting the event.
Yeah.
She was,
Yeah, so, and I know I was looking, I think the other day, I maybe got another email or looked at the website, they are having a bunch of different events again, they're having their soup cook-off, but I think it's you pick your soup up and you take it home, and that's how they did it last year. It was kind of interesting, because you went and picked up your bag of soup, like there were 7 or 8 different soups in there, and you had a taste test at home, and you submitted your choices, and then the winner was picked that way. So,
Cool.
yeah, it was kind of good. And you got a fair-sized container of soup, like, I mean, you know, there was, like I say, about 8 soups in there, and I shared with my hubby, and we each tasted it, and it was kind of neat. I kind of liked it when it was, you know, prior to COVID, Mayor Larry and Joy and myself went from business to business and actually tasted the soups. That was kind of neat too, so. And we have had a chili, but this year it is soup again, so. If I get any more information, I'm just gonna pass it on to all you guys.
No soup for you.
No soup for
Yeah.
you? Go
No
ahead,
soup.
Sandra.
I know they're also looking for volunteers for
Yes.
Holiday Alley. So
Yeah.
this goes through Red River North Tourism, are now the main backers to Holiday Alley. And they're volunteers too, so anybody, I go volunteer at it. But
I did last year, I volunteered, I guess I volunteered, it was on, I think it was the Friday night for the kids' movie night in the Ag Building in Selker. And it was actually really good, like there was a lot of young people there that enjoyed the movies that they were showing, so. I'm not sure about this year, if I'm going to, I'll see how things go for me, so. Okay, so that one, there's really nothing other than information, if anybody else is interested. The next one we have is, I guess, the recent one that we just got from the Lord Soccer School Division, Deepak. Go ahead, go
Sorry.
ahead, Counselor
So
Forbes.
are we gonna donate anything to that, or no, or what?
Well, I think the donation was if you wanted to go to the concert, there was no set price for a ticket. Your donation was, if
Yeah.
you- yeah.
of
So
whatever
are
you
we
pay for
gonna buy a
the ticket.
couple of
Might I
tickets?
suggest that any council members that do attend, do the donation and submit as part of your identity information?
No, I was just thinking maybe that we bought a couple of tickets, we could give them to somebody or something, or whatever, you know, to support it in some way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it doesn't mean that the council have to go, it's just that to try and support it somehow, you know? To help, you know, keep the cause.
Well, the other thing that I'm just looking at, I kind of forgot about this, but it says the concert opens with the local fiddling protege, 16-year-old Morgan Grace. She's actually our resident,
Yeah, so maybe we should do something, you know?
but her dad is on the fire department.
Oh, that's Keith Ginters,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And she's supposed to be a very, very, very good fiddler, like they
Yeah,
say,
she
she's
is.
a protege, so.
Hmm.
Yeah, so, it's up to council, if you wanna buy a couple of tickets, like I know I made a donation of what I thought I would pay for the ticket, so, and then it didn't work out, so I had to do another one, so I should be good to go. It says admission is by donation, tickets are available, and then you click on the link and it goes to, I think it's to MailChimp or one of those.
yeah,
and you
just get 2 tickets for $100 or $200 or something, or, I don't know.
Well, if we buy 2 tickets, is there interest for anybody to go? I bought 2 tickets. Or what would you like to do? Should we maybe buy a couple and see if you wanna have a draw for the staff?
Yeah, that'd be
Sure.
neat.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here you go.
That's a good idea.
Something within the office would be nice.
Yeah, put all the names in a hat and pick 2. Do you think that will work, or would you prefer to do it another way?
We can certainly do it that way. I'll keep it to the office staff here.
Yeah.
I get it to Public Works and I've got,
Yeah, no, I would suggest it be the staff here in this building.
Yeah, and if you weren't interested in going, don't put your name in the hat,
correct?
eh? You know?
I'll check.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it as, we'll order 2 tickets, so we'll get we'll do the resolution that, resolved, council authorize, $200 donation to purchase 2 tickets for the Holiday Alley.
Moved by Councillor Boulanger, second by, or not Boulanger, Bazarowicz, second by Councillor Orbis. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, so we have one more under our communications here, and that is the Lord Selkirk School Division, and we sort of started going there.
This is an event on November the 10th, meet and greet with the Lord Selkirk Board of Trustees, and they've asked for the RM to attend, and they need an answer by tomorrow. I know that their original RSVP said November 1st. It's at between 5 and 6:30 p.m. on November the 10th. So we're looking to see who would be interested in going.
That's like in 2 days.
Correct.
Okay, I will stop in there. I have something else going on that starts at 7, so I will drop in there before. And I believe I went last year or 2 years. Yeah, I think I did go last year, so. Anybody else? It's just kind of a meet and greet, and they have finger food and things like that, so.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So resolve Mayor People Corn be authorized to attend the Lord Suffolk School Division District Meet and Greet at the Lord Suffolk School District Board Office in the city of Selkirk on Thursday, November 10th.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Spicer, Councillor Strang seconds. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. And I believe we are going to move in camera now to speak on the JQ Built daycare project. So if I could have a resolution to move in camera, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Resolved, council recess the regular meeting and go into in-camera to discuss legal and personnel issues, and further be it resolved that all matters discussed are to remain confidential as per section 83(1)(b) of the Municipal Act.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Strang, second. Councillor Orvis, any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried.
Can we take a 5-minute
Yes, I was
recess,
going to
Madam Mayor?
say, I
Because
need to refresh
I
my
need
coffee.
coffee and I am feeling naked without my phone.
Oh, we need to have a few puffs too, probably.
Oh, if you suggested that. Although my resolution was to quit by the time the new council got elected.